Hello, everyone. This is Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Welcome to Today in Bitcoin. Today is September the 13th, 2017. Strong hand. All right, everyone. You know the deal. Check out the notes section below. CryptoHWWallet.com. Get your storage device there. Get your leather case for your storage device there. You know I like my Trezor. I'm looking forward to seeing it again in Baltimore tomorrow when I'm back home. Right now I'm in Quebec City. Also check out the links section for other affiliate links like to Crypta Graffiti. That's who makes my cool Bitcoin shirts. You can get a 10% discount by using his link there, and obviously use my CryptoHWWallet.com link that I have there. So let's jump right into this final show from Quebec. I want to remind everyone that on Friday at noon is This Week in Bitcoin. Tour de Meester, the great Tawanda Kembo, and Paul will be on the show. So tune in at noon on Friday. That is on the East Coast, and 5 p.m. in London. All right, so let's jump right into the news or the cool information of the day. To my Korean contact, South Korean contact, I sent him this article about a Korean court rules Bitcoin seizure illegal confiscation. And you guys can check out that link below. I believe I linked to it below. I will definitely make sure it's linked to below when I get off the air, though. So let's read what he had to say about the article. Excuse me. But also he gives us some interesting insight. I mean, I love what this guy has to tell us about Korea. I love having a guy on the ground here. I thank him a lot for this information. As for regulation, I won't read too much into the news. No one is quite sure how the government will interpret and regulate Bitcoin and cryptocurrency market in general. Regulation is a major obstacle for foreign and mid-sized companies doing business in Korea. So there will be some kind of regulation for sure, but I don't expect drastic and inconsistent regulatory changes like China. It's important to note that. Rather, Korean authorities will be slow and watchful of what happens to the market and how other countries deal with the crypto market. If you look at the recent history of Korea, we have rarely been good innovators and leaders. However, we are incredible followers. If a certain innovative product idea becomes mainstream overseas, Koreans are incredibly fast to act. We have seen that with mobile phones, automobiles, entertainment, etc. Likewise, I expect the Korean government and regulatory body to take a negative stance initially, but as the market becomes more and more mainstream and other countries take a more pro-crypto stance, Korean authorities, businesses, and investors will have no choice but to follow suit. That is my 2 cents. It's very interesting. I find it fascinating. Pound that like button if you also find that fascinating. So, the king of the trolls, I noticed on his Twitter account, because it gets sent to my email. It's so annoying, these just random tweets that Twitter thinks I'm going to be interested in. I'm not following the dude, of course. I try to ignore him all the time. But he is promoting that event that is in Hong Kong next week, that on the 20th, September 20th, that we're going to have a representative at who's going to report about it to us afterwards. But the fake Satoshi is going to be there. King of the Trolls is going to be there. The famous Chinese miner, I don't name him either, who causes all the trouble, he's going to be there. So again, we're going to have a guy on the ground there. I linked to the event below so you can see the luminaries of Bitcoin, Bcash or whatever who are going to be there, because it is like a Bcash event. I want to see how big of a Bcash event it is. So today I'm on YouTube. I don't know what the heck I was watching. But unfortunately, there's got to be advertisements beforehand, and they cater the advertisements toward what you watch. So I get a lot of cryptocurrency related advertisements. And so all of a sudden they're talking about Waitcoin. You know, I'm trying to eat my food over there. My hands all got a lot of salmon oil, whatever, because the fat from the salmon, ooh, so good, so filled with healthy nutrients. And I am just devouring it because, you know, I'm hungry. I only eat once a day. And then I hear this about Waitcoin. I'm like, well, what is this? What is this thing? I can continue to eat my salmon and everything. And then all of a sudden, it sounds so bad. I mean, I hear them saying, you know, give us your Bitcoin. They're talking about mining, and then it says something about, and if you go to the site, it says 1.5 BTC. Send them 1.5 Bitcoin. The Waitcoin guys. So I mean, I'm like, oh God, I got to see this now. So like I try to rub my hands up, put it in my hair and stuff because I don't want to mess up my laptop. Because it would be worse to put like salmon fat on the laptop than in the back of my hair. But so anyway, I watched it was disgraceful, this thing. So I'm warning everyone. It was something I had to see and tell you all about, so much so that I got salmon all over the place. And let me tell you, it was a good salmon. Always for some reason, the last meal I have in the city is like the best one. Because I'm gonna have like a 48-hour fast after this. I like to, when I'm on a plane, I usually have an extended fast, not just my usual 22-hour one. But I digress. So I linked to the Waitcoin thing. You can decide for yourself. It is some kind of cloud mining nonsense, but it was really unfortunate that, I mean, it looked real professional, the advertisement. It was going during before a YouTube video. It's going to fool a lot of people. It really is. And so I'm putting this out there too. So if you ask me about Waitcoin and you've watched this video, dude, don't do that. You know my opinion of it now. No need to ask me about it. No need to ask me about any cloud mining or whatever the multi-level marketing. You don't have to do anything with your Bitcoin. Just hold it. Don't get bored. Have an attention span, for God's sakes. So I noticed an old tweet, a tweet from last week from Peter Schiff, and I couldn't believe this tweet. He says BTC and precious metals both offer alternatives to government monopolized fiat currency. Now, that's not what he says in his videos. He says precious metals offers an alternative to government monopolized fiat currencies. He doesn't put Bitcoin in that same boat. He would never do that. So, I mean, I am wondering, is Peter Schiff trying to paint himself one way on Twitter to attract a certain audience? And now if you click on the article that he links to, his own article, it's not too positive about Bitcoin, but it's not as negative as his videos usually are. So I'm not saying that he's changing. I'm saying that the man is a good salesman. So he might be taking a different approach to lure people in. But I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt here. Also, he can change. He can change. So maybe this is a little bit of him changing, because this was interesting. So this is from the 6th, from a week ago. I don't know. So you guys can decide on your own. That is linked to below. Everything that I talk about here, everything that I reference is linked to below. All right, we've got Andy Hall. I can't believe when I was running over with that salmon. I had to wipe my hand in the back of my neck. It was insane. I'm gonna smell like salmon on that plane. I don't care. So yeah, Andy Hoffman has a tweet out there. The Chinese exchanges are bad for Bitcoin, so closing them would be a net positive for the Bitcoin community and price. Ask Satoshi. All right, that's pretty good. That's a good opinion there. I mean, yeah, I'm not panic stricken when I hear about Chinese exchanges being regulated or closing or whatever the latest FUD is that we're supposed to, go crazy about. So interesting take by Andy Hoffman, the great Andy Hoffman. Check out his new site. Check out everything about him. He's been on the show many a time. Check out the video. Check out Sunday's video when he was on the video. So, and remember, everyone, pound the like button, subscribe to the channel, bang that bell button if you're already a subscriber, and check out the notes section below. All four of those things. All right, here's a buy and hold story for you, a strong hand story for you, whatever you want to say. This is left by a viewer. He left this in the comments section. The cost of being trendy. I watched my father follow every trendy financial thinker of the 60s to the 90s. He had many occasions to put money with Warren Buffett, but the hot investment folks always caught his eye. Had he instead just put one of his next big move investments with boring Buffett, he would be worth tens of millions today. Instead, he is 87 in ill health and constantly worried that he will outlive his savings. Lesson: to be financially free, find good investments and never ever sell them. It's boring. It's not sexy, but it works. All right, people, long-term thinking there. Long-term thinking. That's a real big example of it right there. And I hope you guys, listen to that story twice if you need to. When I'm trying, people give a lot of reasons. Why is Adam saying just to hold? And they give weird conspiracy theories. No. I mean, I believe in this stuff. I know that if you don't do crazy things, you're not going to lose your Bitcoin. If you do these scams, investments, whatever, the latest sexy altcoin, you're going to get hurt. You're going to lose your Bitcoin. In the long run, it doesn't pay off. You don't want to end up like that guy. I mean, and time goes by fast. I mean, it feels like just the other day I was in college sometimes, or it feels like just the other day I was partying it up on Linden Avenue. And I don't drink anymore or anything, but I mean, we used to go, why? And it feels like it was just, but it wasn't just the other day. The time goes by. And so don't party it up too much, people. And definitely in your investments, take a very conservative approach. And try to get into a healthy lifestyle as fast as possible. I was very lucky that I was, when I was drinking and partying with friends and everything, like most college people do, bad things could have happened. I'm very lucky bad things didn't happen. All right. Where are we here? Bitcoin is the world reserve cryptocurrency. Yeah, I knew that, dude. All right. So one other tweet here. Oh, this is the Iota one. I mentioned Iota in the title. Iota's taken a lot of heat on Twitter, okay? And here's the latest tweet. You guys designed a suspension bridge out of cheese. And when the other bridge makers pointed this out, you pretend you're the victim. And man, I couldn't have said it better myself. These people are trying to help Iota, okay? They're pointing out weaknesses, and the Iota community is like, goes crazy every time these dudes try to help them. And my point in bringing this all up again, and I brought it up the other day too, is I don't give a darn about Iota. I think it's just another one of these ridiculous altcoins, not a top tier altcoin. Is it pre-mined? I don't even know. But it had a major problem that someone found and told them about. And they corrected before a freaking hacker could have taken advantage of it, okay? So so the point of sharing this is like, your hottest altcoin, whatever it is not as tested as Bitcoin. It doesn't have the same team behind it as Bitcoin. And it might be fancy schmancy in its white paper and in what it's supposed to do. But in the end of the day, there might be a lot of weakness intertwined with that fancy schmancy that might make it worth nothing or make it worth negative, for God's sakes. So, I mean, there are people trying to help these dudes out. I think the Iota community is defensive, and maybe there's a point, when you love something, I guess some of the people are probably really passionate about it. You can see why they would be defensive, but it's pretty nasty what's going on out there now. And you can decide for yourself. Look at the link below. I mean, you can look it up there. I don't know all the technicals about what's going on. Hey, the Fundy AU is in the chat. He's in Perth. A lot of people, and he's great. He's a friend of mine, a personal friend of mine. We hung out in Perth together. He's a great guy. Dude, traveling the world. I love it. I love it. All right, and this is about to be my last sentence of tonight here until I gotta wake up early tomorrow. get on that plane to Toronto and then to Baltimore. It stopped in Toronto. Okay, finally. Yeah, I butchered this last night. I tried to share this tweet by Liberty Blitzkrieg, Michael Krieger. This is what I was supposed to say. If a government bars something valuable and it becomes harder to get, of course it becomes even more valuable. I totally butchered that last night, so I hope that is clear today. That's about Bitcoin. So I'm Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Remember to subscribe to this channel, like this video, share this video. Check out the notes section below and pound that like button. I will see you in Baltimore tomorrow night. I'm looking forward to seeing my family. All right. Bye-bye.